Hi everyone. So today I'll be talking about maximizing your productivity in the hard work that you put in. Okay, so what do I mean by maximizing the productivity in the hard work? Isn't productivity, a lot of productivity and a lot of hard work the same thing? No, they're not. So you can work really hard on something, but you might not be productive. And being productive is the one that ultimately matters, because if you're not productive, then working hard actually doesn't give anything. You just spend time on something, and it's just hours keep on getting passed, but you're actually not getting something useful done. So there is one specific thing about maximizing your productivity that I'll be talking about, one specific factor, and not everything else. And that is called balance. Okay, so what am I talking about when I say balance in order to maximize your productivity while you're working hard or while you're spending time on something? Okay, so let's assume that, say you have an academic goal. Say you want to get into this specific university, or say, you have this dream in which it requires you to make sure that you spend a lot of time on your academics to make sure that you excel in it. And you decide that that's your goal. And that goal is perfectly fine to set, and we'll be talking about setting goals in different video. But once you have set that goal and once you've decided, then you start deciding how you're going to approach getting your target or getting to your goal. And this is where balance and realizing, knowing about balance will play a key factor in how successful you will be in actually achieving that particular goal. And so that's what the video is about at this point of time. So let's take this specific example. Say I want to get into this university um, that everybody aspires to go to, but I know that I have to do a really lot of hard work, and I'm also willing to do that hard work. I'm intelligent. I know I can achieve it if I put my mind towards it, if I'm productive, if I am completely focused. And so I decide that yes, I'm going to put all my energies towards achieving this goal, which is great. But then what I do is then I say that I spend every waking hour towards that particular task. I make sure that, if I was eating for 45 minutes, no, I eat only for 30 minutes, and even in that time I'm focusing on that. Or if my approach is that, oh, I used to play for 2 hours every day or 1 hour every day, you know what, now that time is going to go towards your goal. Now this is where the mistake starts happening. This is where you start losing your balance. You have decided what goal you want to reach. You have decided to put time towards it and started planning and deciding a strategy of how you're going to approach it. And here is where putting balance into the equation extremely important. And let me give an example why. We are human beings with different needs and wants. For example, no matter how focused you are towards your goal of getting into that college or university, you're still going to be hungry. You're still going to be sleepy. Believe it or not, you're still going to be wanting to play, interact with other people, entertain yourself, and at the same time, you'll be still wanting to achieve that goal or target that you have. So you feeling hungry, you feeling sleepy, you wanting to entertain yourself, you wanting to achieve that goal is all you. And understanding that and making sure that you are making a good transition from shifting your desire to entertain yourself, desire to have fun, desire to have good nutrition, desire to eat and like sleep properly, is all taken into factor whenever you're trying to achieve a goal. If you want to make sure that you you want to put in maximum amount of productivity or effort towards a goal of, say, getting into that college, then you have to make sure that you are feeding yourself well, and the nutrition is also good. You're making sure that you're resting when rest is needed. You're making sure that you're not distracted in other times. You're making sure that you're entertaining yourself with other things so that you are becoming a well-rounded individual. And because if you don't do that, what ends up happening is that your mind starts craving that entertainment, that you're depriving yourself because you are actually suppressing other things to just do one thing if you don't have a balance. And if initially you can start by suddenly pushing yourself and saying that, okay, I'm going to put all my energies into one thing. But what's going to happen is your mind and your body are going to start fighting you. They're going to say, no, really, all my friends are doing something else. I really want to do that too. All my I would rather read that book, or I would rather watch that show than studying this. Or it's okay, I have been working so hard till now, and why should I be spending so much time? It's okay if I just spend some time entertaining myself, or things like that. And so what ends up happening is that if our strategy is such that we are only focusing on one thing, then the other things don't go away. They just manifest themselves in as like your needs to do something while you're trying to achieve the goal that you want to do. Okay, so how do I add balance to the equation so that I can maximize my productivity to achieve the goal of, you know, achieve my goal, or I can make sure that I'm putting in maximum effort and maximum productivity towards the goal using and knowing about balance. The one way that worked for me is what I'm sharing with you. What I did was I divided my time and my energies into, say, 4 or 5 different categories. They included focusing on your nutrition, focusing on rest and sleep, focusing on play and entertainment and social interaction, and then focusing on goal. And for me, what I realized that if I made sure that I paid attention to each of them and gave each of them their due importance, then while I was doing one, I was not worried about the other, or I was not distracted by the other. That means that even though my goal was making sure that I was very productive in my work, in order to realize that goal, I made sure that I gave myself some time to make sure that I was entertaining myself. I was interacting with my friends. I was spending some time in playing or playing some games. I was making sure that I was eating well, so that if I'm just on a diet of pizza and Maggie, then probably that's not going to translate well later on into my productivity. I'm making sure that the nutrition that is going in inside me was good. I was making sure that I was getting enough sleep in order to be sure that I was rested. And all of that helped me when I was actually trying to be productive and achieve my goal. Because initially, when I had started this approach, I had the naive approach of making sure that all I focus on is that one thing. And that, you will realize if you try that approach, is going to be detrimental because other things will start demanding attention. So, the secret of balance is to make sure that you give time to all of these factors that make you as a well-rounded, productive individual. And that include good nutrition, good rest, good play, interaction, social interaction, entertainment, along with work, and find an equilibrium. And once you find that balance, it will make you it will give you a good stage out of which you can go and be um, maximally productive, or as productive as you can be, or as productive as you need to be. So here is what I would have to say about the importance of balance in maximizing your productivity towards the hard work that you put in.